Ian Gordon here, Brock Teaching and Learning Librarian for Health Sciences, here to help you with 1 of 90, the spring 2022 term. I'm going to talk about 10 essential library resources for you, students in this courses, and to help you be successful in the future as well. 10 things. How to set up a campus remote proxy access. Should do this as soon as possible. Know where to get help any time of day or night. Why you should book a research consultation. Library spaces and places. I want to talk about a number of these things. Omni database. It's our go-to database discovery layer to help you find things. You should figure this out as soon as possible as well. Databases to find articles. Writing and citing. I want to demonstrate zoterobib as a tool. There's lots of tools that you could use. The digital learning objects that can help you. Why scholarly peer review is such a big deal, and a tutorial that'll help you with that. And I'm going to talk briefly about the library assignment. Set up off-campus proxy, remote proxy access for your phone, your mobile device, your laptop, or if you're on campus or off campus using a particular workstation. You should never have to pay for anything, just like Sakai. Your authentication is your letters, numbers, letters, and your password that you've made up. Sometimes there's technical difficulties accessing library digital materials like ebooks and articles. If you ever have a problem, make sure you come and ask. Under the Brock Library homepage, under the Use the Library, Off-Campus Access to Library Resources, there's the URL. Go further down the page. If you have technical problems, this may help, but setting this up, and it doesn't have to change as long as you're a Brock student, will work, but it's important to set this up. Know where to get help at any time of day or night. Under the Research Support tab on our library homepage, there's chat. It's not on right now, but there's an icon. You click on Chat with a Librarian, and it's neat because it's all librarians across most Ontario universities help you to answer questions by chat. And there's Ask a Librarian on the top right-hand corner icon as well on most all library pages. Can't find this. I need to do this. How do you cite this? People with quick text answers questions. Chat called Ask a Librarian really works well. You can email us. At the bottom there's an email address, or email me. You could show up at the Ask Us desk, which is like the circulation desk in the Gibson Library on the main floor. Or you could phone us 4583 when the library's open. Make sure the library's open. They can help you with that as well. So we can get help at many times. Book a research consultation. Don't be shy. So why would you want to talk with a librarian like myself? Well, it's a book consultation, or it's schedule an appointment. So what happens is we would work one-on-one in person in my office, somewhere in the library, or like we're doing right now, virtually, online or by email. Research consultations are on this tab under Research Support. So you click on it and it brings up my name or another librarian's names, and you click on the date, the month, and then the time that I'm available. And this syncs with my schedule so that if it's there, you can book it. It gives me a day's notice in advance. It's always nice to have as much notice as possible. Then it asks you, so what do you want to do? You may say, couldn't get this. I'm confused. My professor or instructor said to do this, and I can't understand that, or I don't understand the concept of peer-reviewed, or show me zoterobib or zotero, or let's do a research database search to find scholarly resources for an assignment. This course is pretty simple, such that everything's given to you in Sakai, but now, or at any other time, whether you're a mature student, or you're new to research, or you just want to learn more about how to use the library, book a consultation. One way to get a hold of us. Library spaces and places. Well, there's lots of places. The Gibson Library is the main library on campus. It's 4 floors of the tower, but it's also the Learning Commons that moves around the library on the main floor. The Map Data GIS Library is in the C part of Mackenzie Child Complex, and you'll go, oh, there it is. You'll walk by it one day. It's part of our library. The archives or special collections on our 10th floor. It's a really neat place for digital and print resources. The Makerspace is in the Rankin Pavilion right in the front. You'll see it there. You can walk in and have your help there. And the IRC is the Faculty of Education Instructional Resource Center. It's a library that has teaching. It's mainly education, but you can use it as well. And all their collections are in Omni as well. So here's some pictures of the Learning Commons on the top left, person using print resources in special collections in the archives, but again, most of the resources are in digital format. Makerspace in the top right-hand corner, the Shimon Tower where our flowers, and someone using a map in the Map Data GIS library. And there's someone there that can help you with that as well. Omni database. Make this a priority. Well, it's right on our homepage. Omni, it helps you to find books, textbooks, course reserves. It helps you to find articles, materials in other libraries. If you click on the quick search tips, it brings you up a whole tab of things that you could get good answers to, including videos. So watch these videos. If you click on the advanced search screen, which is kind of neat, it gives you a whole search engine to search for things in our library, whether they be books or ebooks, articles, videos, or digital materials in other parts of collections. And again, authenticating through the proxy server will allow you to move smoothly to certain things as well. You could sign into this database, and it gives you certain advantages as well. But search the Brock Library collections. So hopefully you'll find lots and lots of things. Or if you can't find it, ask if you need help. Omni Frequently Asked Questions is a really neat video. It's on YouTube. There's the URL. Watch that. It's 5 minutes and 54 seconds well wasted. It'll introduce you to all the aspects of Omni that you may not know about. Databases to find scholarly health science articles. So you won't need this because most of the article URLs and proxy access are given to you for your readings. But for this particular course, and for other courses, you may want to search for other resources as well. So if you go to the Brock Library homepage, click on Research tabs, Guides. You search by guides by program. Many ways to get to this. There's health sciences. And there's a tab that comes up on the left-hand side that shows you how to find things and services and resources. And one of the tabs is articles. And it gives you Omni, because that's usually where we start most searches. And if you go down the page, there's other health sciences database that you can explore and use through proxy access as well. Citing and writing resources. Writing up a lab, writing without paraphrasing, without copying, how to write effectively, doing labs or papers or assignments, and citing these, using what style, is often tricky. It's usually the first question people use the library for. I'm going to show you zoterobib, and zotero is just an example of resources that we can help you with. I found 2 resources in our library. One is a book called The Beginner's Guide to Critical Thinking and Writing in Health and Social Care. You can put this into Zotero and use it as a citation management system. You can cite it, and every book has an ISBN. Usually has more than one. It's like a social and search number for that item. Zoterobib is a tool that runs off Zotero. It's free and open to use, just like Zotero. And I found a paper by your professor, which is really neat. I cited it, and they usually have digital object identifiers or DOIs, and they're unique numbers as well. So if you go to Zoterobib, or even Zotero, and you put in one of those numbers, like I just cut and pasted there, it produces a citation in the style. I'm using AP here, but you can flip that. It's pretty good. You cut and paste that, and it's quick and dirty, and correct it, look at it, see if it's right. But you can use that to use your citations as well. So zoterobib is one tool. We have many that can help you to be a better writer and a better researcher for citing and writing. The Digital Learning Hub for busy students. This is a new resource we have in our library. And so if you go to it, there's the GitHub URL, free to use. And I put the word peer in, but there's lots of lessons and learning objects as well. So you can use this to find out about the library and Omni and other sorts of things that are kind of neat as well. Time well wasted. Scholarly peer review. So what's the big deal? Well, this is the gold standard for scholarly peer-reviewed research that your professors use and that you read and you'll be introduced to through the databases as well. Peer-reviewed meaning it's reviewed by peers, and a scholarly, it's not popular. Actually, your library quiz asks you one question about this as well. So here's the GitHub location for it, and it's linked through many places on our website. But here's a tutorial that has a learning object and an activity that you could watch and learn from and do to learn more about what peer review is. Finally, the library assignment, or we call it the quiz. It's in Sakai, which is the learning management system, and under the tests and quizzes, it opens. Then it closes, so make sure you do it before it's done. It's pretty simple. It takes you to different parts of the library and asks you to answer multiple choice questions that help you explore things in the library. Some of the things you've seen already through this, and other things that will be new to you as well. Here's an example. Here's a question. It talks about scholarly or peer-reviewed. Fill the right question, fill in the right answer. These answers are randomized, so A may be the answer for you, but it may be B for somebody else. so you can't copy with somebody else, but we encourage you to move through the learning objects like the video here and the resources that are given to you to answer the questions. Hopefully you'll get a perfect score, but make sure you do it by the time it's due, because once it closes, you can't go back in and try it again or do it if you missed it altogether. So there you go. 10 library resources for you for this particular course and people in this particular program. There's my name. There's my email address. If you email me, put Brock or your name or something in the subject so it stays out of my spam or junk mail. And hopefully you have a great term and you'll learn something from this particular library resource. Make sure that it works well for you, but more importantly, we can help. So I look forward to touching base with you at some particular time. Have a great term.